A Gwinnett County home surrounded by police tape, and we just learned that a man shot by Gwinnett County officers has died. Atlanta News First, Victor Williams is live in Lawrenceville with more on what led up to that deadly encounter there. Victor?
Yeah, Blair, we hate to be having to stand here telling you guys about this taking place, but unfortunately, this has become a fatal situation, and that's the sad reality for this neighborhood right here. As you can see behind me, we have investigators on scene still, even hours later. It was around 3:44 p.m. when 911 dispatchers received a call about a domestic situation resulting in someone being stabbed at one of the homes here at Oak Tree Park Court Northwest in Gwinnett County. Officers arrived. They parked a few houses down, and after walking up the driveway for a routine door knock, that's when police say a person came out with a knife and started approaching officers in a pretty aggressive manner, leaving officers with no choice but to fire at the suspect multiple times. Officers even tried de-escalating the situation, giving several verbal commands to drop the knife, commands that they say were ultimately ignored. After being shot, those same officers were trying their best to help the person that was transported to the hospital where he later died. Now, because it's an officer-involved shooting, the GBI has been on scene investigating for several hours. Officers insisting tonight it's definitely not a good idea to aggressively approach officers, especially with a weapon.
The individual came out immediately with a knife above his head and charged at the officers in an offensive manner. They attempted to de-escalate the situation by giving them commands to drop the knife. At that point, they ended up having to fire upon the individual. Just try to remain calm and, don't come at the officers with a knife or a weapon.
All right, as you guys can notice right there, you see the mobile command post that's been set up in this area by Gwinnett County police officers. We anticipate this large police presence staying put just like this until the investigation is complete and finished. In the meantime, we are live tonight in Gwinnett County. Victor Williams, Atlanta News First.
It is important to remember help is always available to anyone, male or female, who is the victim of domestic violence. You can call the number here on your screen. It's 1-800-334-2836. That way you can get the help you need.